The most violent country in the world since 1950 has been the United States. It's been by far involved
Jeffrey,
in
stop now.
I like Jeffrey. Everywhere he goes, they shut him down eventually. Now,
white supremacy is a poison. It's a poison running through it. It really is.
From the Bronx, 2 young children, one just 11 months old, the other 3 years old, are dead this afternoon.
Number 2.
Police say the 2 boys were stabbed to death last night. Their mother, now in police custody.
The idea we still allow semi-automatic weapons to be purchased is sick.
Police say a man approached the victim asking for a cigarette before trying to take the bag. When he fought back, the victim was stabbed in the chest. Police say when the train arrived at the station, the conflict spilled out onto the platform where the victim was stabbed again. The suspect then took off with the bag and $200 cash.
Tucker, in particular, seems fixated on this anti-queer panic.
Yeah, I think that there is a subsector of adults within these organizations.
There's nothing sexualized about it, but there's nothing sexualized about it. There's nothing sexualized about it, but
noticing it, they tell us, is an attack on the LGBT community. Yesterday, NBC brought on its law enforcement expert, by the way, a former assistant director of the FBI, to warn viewers that anyone who complains about the sexualization of children will be punished by the legal system, will be sued into bankruptcy and destroyed. Watch this.
Tucker Carlson, let's get it out. Let's get it out at trial. Let's expose it for what it is, name it and shame it. He's a consumer of these people, and those people should face civil consequences from the victims.
there was going to be a drag brunch the next day. There's nothing sexualized about it. And that's a way to get kids to see, hey, look, it's a person, doesn't necessarily look like the people that you see every day at the store or whatever. But these are real people with lives and emotions. They like the same stories that you do.
She came with the glitter shoes. She said, I wore my glitter shoes. My ovaries just exploded. I want children now.
They're delicious.
They are delicious. Yeah, they are delicious.
By the way,
It is unisex.
it's unisex.
All genders.
All genders can enjoy it.
My favorite setting is number 16.
There's nothing sexualized about it. But every time there's one of those now, the Proud Boys show up because there's an account on the internet called Libs of TikTok that's been pushed by, Tucker Carlson and the Babylon Bee and the far right.
In addition to his diatribes against drag shows, he's platformed anti-trans activists, used particularly vicious and extreme rhetoric to attack children's hospitals for providing trans youth medical care.
These surgeries make a lot of money. So female to male chest reconstruction can bring in $40,000. A patient just on routine hormone treatment, who I'm only seeing a few times a year, can bring in several $1,000 that requires a lot of visits and labs. It actually makes money for the hospital.
It actually makes money for the hospital. Now, if you were a muckraking reporter with a conscience, that would be the story of a lifetime. It's all there on tape. A doctor admitting they're mutilating the genitals of children for money, naming the dollar amounts.
So most of the patients that we have in the GEMS clinic actually know their gender, usually around the age of puberty, but a good portion of children do know as early as seemingly from the womb, and they will usually express their gender identity as very young children, some as soon as they can talk. They may say phrases such as I'm a girl, or I'm a boy, or I'm going to be a woman, or I'm going to be a mom. Kids know very, very early. So in the GEMS clinic, we see a variety of young children all the way down to ages 2 and 3, and usually up to the ages of 9.
In addition to his diatribes against drag shows, he's platformed anti-trans activists, used particularly vicious and extreme rhetoric.
Name it and shame it. He's a consumer of these people, and those people should face civil consequences from the victims.
Oh, so the former assistant director of the FBI calling for, quote, civil consequences against anyone who doesn't like the sexualization of children. If you complain about it, you're responsible for the murders that other people commit. Is that in the legal code? No, it's not. But NBC News is doing its very best to add it. That is not science. That doesn't bear any resemblance to science. That's scary. And yet the media choose to ignore it. Why? Because no decent person can look that or any of this in the face without wincing, because it's just too awful. It has nothing to do with medicine. It has nothing to do with improving the lives of patients or making this a better country. No, it is a dangerous cult that is causing irreparable harm to children, not just a few, but a lot. MSNBC has spent the last 2 days suggesting that because he signed a bill banning teachers from sexualizing kindergartners, Ron DeSantis is somehow tied to a mass shooter in Colorado.
Earlier this year, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis infamously signed into law what critics have called the Don't Say Gay bill, which prevents some teachers from even discussing the existence of gay and trans folks.
When you have a Don't Say Gay bill in the state of Florida, for instance, or when Ron DeSantis wants to send the police to investigate drag shows.
The Don't Say Gay bill in Florida is certainly something that helps add to his national political profile. But one thing is clear is they just want to continue demonizing folks and otherizing people.
They started moving in the spring to LGBTQ people. Specifically, they were really excited about the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida.
So if you don't want a kindergarten teacher to talk to your kindergartner about sex, you're anti-gay? Ron DeSantis is the spiritual father of a mass murder in Colorado? Really? It's ridiculous. Yet they keep saying it. Well, they're saying it because that's how determined they are to keep you from talking about this subject. They will call you an accessory to murder. They'll threaten to sue you into poverty, as the assistant director of the FBI just did, if you don't shut up. That's pretty weird when you think about it. In fact, it's very weird. But they have nothing else to say, because actually children really are being sexually exploited in this country, in some cases for money. It's not hidden, it's in the open, and it's totally real.